Everyone, welcome to another episode Sports Frenzy, and we're here to talk about cricket, more specifically the T20 World Cup. I know a lot of people here looking to see me come out from the Pakistan Australia game today. We're going to be mentioning it. We're going to be talking about it for a little because obviously that's what we do here. We talk about the games, and a lot of people are expecting Sheiks to be here, but I'm telling you this right now. If Sheiks is not here by the time Devin and Kems and myself finish talk about this, we'll be moving right along. All right? Because the wait, my soon thing then. Our main aim tonight is, as I mentioned a couple shows ago, that we'll be unraveling the West Indies and the disappointments of the West Indies World Cup campaign, and we'll be doing our player ratings and looking at ways forward for the West Indies team. That was what this show is about. So, see the first comment come in, beat him. Everybody's expected the Sheiks, and yeah, the main thing tonight is about unraveling what happened with the West Indies and how we can move forward and giving player ratings for the team. And here comes Michelle again. Welcome. No chance, Demo. You see all of these things. So we're going to get into that and we can have on the phone and all of that. And the only reason why Kems is here is for all of this shenanigans that will be happening. So please help me welcome guys in the comments. Kems is here tonight with us, and also Devin, the all-rounder. I'm saying him. All right, so big up on yourself, guys. How are you feeling tonight as we look to get started?
Up.
Good man.
Devin, you're good? Everything is good?
Yeah.
All right, so good night, everybody in the comment section as well. All right, so we're gonna rip off the band-aid. Obviously, most people, if you don't live under a rock, know that the semi-final two was played today between Pakistan and Australia. Preliminary chokers. They got over the line today, and a lot of people, including myself, called the prediction wrong. All right, I think probably Devin as well called this prediction wrong.
Come on.
I think the host himself, Levon, called this prediction wrong. But you have two guys who went against the grain. I think they just did it because they wanted to oppose me and try to prove a point. So you have Kems and Sheiks who went against the grain and called the Australia win. It was a brilliant effort from Australia today to get over the line in that run chase. I thought that 170 was going to be a target that is defendable, and I didn't think that the bowlers from Pakistan would allow Australia to get that total. So I'm going to start with the guy who came and made that bold prediction, because this is one of the biggest upsets in cricket history. It's not just a win. So I'm going to go with the man who called the win for Australia to just tell us, why he went with that call and how him analyze the game. So the man who called Australia to win. Kems, go ahead.
All right, Devin. So I got talk. Oh, here is shit.
Oh, well, yeah. Wait, before you go ahead, let me just introduce you. So here. All right. So what is not going to happen? I'm going to read that for the people in the comment section. It says Demo, Scandal Bug, King Buru. All right. But they can have on the phone. They can go on. Yeah. But so I'm going to allow the guys who picked Australia to win to enjoy themselves and have the floor for a minute. And we're going to start back with Kems as we welcome Sheiks. All right. So go ahead.
All right. So my good night, everyone. Big up everybody in the comment section. Big up Sheiks, the man who always provide proper insight, as it relates to these cricket matters. Boy, sometimes, we have to really give thanks for Sheiks because, we have a man over one side who is a self-proclaimed guru who is continuously giving us one bagger wrong analysis and obviously wrong prediction as well. And we have a man, Sheiks, who, take his emotions out of it and just look at the game for what it is. And, Shakes, I have to really come forward tonight and really thank you, for being the voice of objectivity and not subjectivity. Because, without you, Shakes, I don't know what we would have done, in this cricket world. Now, Devin, I want to ask you a question, Devin. If a man claim that he is the best striker in a league and him score 1 goal out of 50 games, would you say he's the best striker?
Nah.
All right. If a man say he's the best basketball player, but him only get him average 5 points in the league, is he the best basketball player?
Nah.
If a man say he's the best quarterback and him only throw 5 touchdowns out of 16-game season, is he the best quarterback?
Nah.
All right. So is it fair now for us to summarize that if a man said that he is the guru and he can only get one prediction out of the whole tournament right, is it good for us to summarize that this guy is indeed not a guru? Yes or no?
Based on your line of questioning, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it'll be consistent for me to say no.
Consistent for you to say no. All right. So on this show tonight, right? I just want the host of the show, Demo, I want him to rescind that guru title tonight, right? I want him to come forward and tell the people of Sports Frenzy that, as a result of his dismal performance, he will rescind this guru title and pass it on to Shakes, because I definitely deserve that. I definitely think that Shakes deserves this. Shakes has caused some brilliant picks, some brilliant predictions over this T20 World Cup, and I have to give it to him. Now you ask me why I pick
Wait, just hold on. Just stick up in. Remember, I'm the host of the show. Stick up in. I just wanted to realize how may I give you an opportunity to talk without interrupting you, see? Because when we take the floor, I don't want you to butt in and say, hold on. All right?
No,
so everybody just relax and make him talk. And I want the person operating the back to not just bring up comments that is in support of Sheiks and Kims. There's a comment there that I want the people in the back operating to bring up. And it says Sheiks insight never proper. Please bring that up as well. Yeah? Good. So bring up those comments and be fair to the show and be fair to me as the host. All right, because I will get into the insights that weren't proper soon, but I'm letting them talk. All right, go ahead now. Finish up, Kims.
All right. So what I was saying, all right, you asked me if I pick Australia just to go against the right? For me personally, I told you guys that I have no big analysis, right? But we have an individual that come here and act like say Australia is Scotland or Australia is the United States that play cricket. Like say Australia now have no cricket pedigree, now have no championship pedigree, and Shakes also pointed that out yesterday. So I just pick Australia because I'm saying, well, hey, it's a one game, it's not a series, it's a one game, and any possible team can win this game. And when you tell me, and when I saw Pakistan make 176, you said that you thought that 176 was enough. For me personally, I was saying, no, man, Pakistan needed to at least put on 10, 12 more runs in order to be comfortable. Because chasing for the whole tournament, I've seen that the team who is chasing, majority of the time, they always get the runs or whatever. So, with that being said, I'm just saying, I'm just going to go with Australia because, people say Pakistan this, Pakistan that, but I just think that the pedigree of Australia will show itself. And Demo, you came out last night and you say, this is what you said exactly, word for word, verbatim. Oh, walk make the runs them. Walk make the runs them for Australia. Apart from David Warner, walk make the runs. Steve Smith a test batsman. I go on and you blow V8 and all of that, right? And then I'm saying again, I just don't want you to be disingenuous, right? I want you to come forward. I want you to take accountability for your words, for your actions, and I want you to rescind that guru title tonight. That's it for me.
All right, so you have your say. So this is my response to you before she.
No more. No, make Shakes talk first and then respond to two.
You can't tell me how to run my show. Well, this is not the NFL show, This is not the NFL show. Relax. Good. So I just want to say to you, sir, I appreciate you you coming on and you're stating a claim and you're telling us why you pick Australia because of this. But all of that you just said wasn't analysis and breaking down of cricket. You say some general stuff that you say things last week that the law of averages and it's a one-off game and stuff. Those are all general stuff that 5-year-olds can say. That wasn't a breakdown on
I
analysis
didn't
of the
claim to
play.
give a
Yeah,
breakdown.
yeah, I know. I'm just saying, right?
But you
What,
don't
what,
you don't have to
but,
say
but
it.
yeah, but
No,
may
you
I
don't
say
have
it?
to say it.
But may I
No,
say it?
you don't have to mention something if I didn't claim to do it. So
Yeah,
I
but
never
it's
claimed
getting
to give a breakdown, so you can't say it wasn't a breakdown.
the,
Because I
the
didn't
people in the
claim to
back
give a
can
breakdown.
mute Kim's mic for me, please. That's me can get to finish what I say. I am saying it because it's leading to my next point. What you do, you can do because you don't take this serious. Me, as a guru of cricket with pedigree, I come to break things down. And as Akil said, I am the one who comes here with all the pedigree in cricket to break the things down bit by bit, matchups by matchups, and stats by stats. See comment there? To be fair to Demo, Demo is the one who provides the best breakdown of his answers. And predictions are not analysis. Predictions
All
are
right.
random stuff, right? All right, so I'm going to make Shakes talk. I just want to say my responsibilities on this and cricket different from what you do. You and Shakes will just say New Zealand will win, Australia will win. It's a one-off game, blah
So
blah.
my
All right.
response to Anthony Henry. My response to Anthony Henry is that how can
So you
you
know,
say
but I want
Demo is the
Shakes
one?
talk.
Hold on there. My
All
response to
right.
Anthony Henry, right? My response to Anthony Henry is how can Anthony Henry come on and say Demo is the only one who come and provide breakdown when Demo
He
say
said the
that
best
Australia
one,
has
not the only one, the best one.
all right the best one. But how comes him say how comes Demo can say I think if Demo say a team has zero chance, I think that does mash up everything else what he said before. But all right, go ahead, Shakes.
All right, Shakes, yeah, you can go ahead.
Hi guys, how are you? Listen, for the persons that can't really make it out, it says Demo Scandal Bag King, aka Buru, right? It has Australia zero chance on it. It has more than 40 runs on it, and it also has the game will not even be competitive. Those were just some of the words used by the self-proclaimed guru last night, right? But guess what? You see, the same way I took time out of my, well, I'm not even busy, but I took the time to literally build this evening, right? Just for the scandal bag king, right? Because there's no way Demo can be a guru, right? So they always say, go back through the tape. And go back through the tape is what Shakes did. And Shakes decided to have a legal size paper, front and back, of everything that Demo proclaimed last night, right? Demo never know. This was sent to the producer. So the producer know that Shakes coming on the show with this,
Hold
right?
on.
Hold on. No.
No, but just one
Why
You
you
minute.
don't
interrupt
tell
the
me
man?
to hold on.
All right, continue.
You realize I literally muted my own mic, right?
Continue.
Thank you, sir. Right? So at 1 hour 51:35 seconds last night to 1 hour 53
Wait, Shakes,
44.
guys. You can just mute the mic if you're not lost, so I'm not hear what Shakes says.
Let me go again. So at 1 hour 51:35 seconds to 1 hour 53:44 seconds, Demo gave a rebuttal to what I said yesterday. And these were his words. And he was talking to Levon. Levon, if you look at the predictor, listen, all the predictor stuff that you see will show that Australia has a chance. But me, and we're talking about Demo now, these are Demo's words. I am telling you right now, Australia has no chance. 0% chance to beat Pakistan. I can guarantee you that. The matchups for this is just all Pakistan. All Pakistan. But this is all Pakistan. These are his words. Continuing. don't come bring white ball. This was in response to when Shakes brought up the fact that New Zealand and Australia have been to the most white ball finals, semi-finals and finals in cricket. He said, don't come bring white ball cricket like say we want to mix up T20 with ODI. They are chokers in reference to Australia, that they are chokers. They have never won this tournament before. That's a true statement that they haven't won the tournament before. But if one don't do well and the other one don't do so well, then there isn't really a big difference.
Just give me a second.
I'm not finished.
No, I'm not putting you just
finished.
As the host. Hold on.
In 2020.
Shakes, relax. I have to do my due diligence as the host. See?
Yes.
Big up everybody who is coming into the comment section. Guys, just continue to like, share, and subscribe to the thing. And Shakes, I have to ask you as the host, please, if this is going to take 2 hours, you have to go
No,
fast.
sir.
All right.
No, sir. In 2020, they are chokers in reference to Australia again. And right now, this Pakistan team is clear day and night between this Pakistan team and this Australia team. The matchups will be too much quality on show from Pakistan. This game will be easily won. It won't even be a competitive match. So it's a 0% chance. Last page. This is not, and when I say, I'm going to say this because he literally said this. This is not even a joke. And Pakistan will win this game. David Warner will not even pass 20 runs tomorrow. May I tell you, Kems was just highlighting the fact that he was saying only one man from the Australian team can bat in David Warner and T20. Then him remember Glenn Maxwell, but I don't know why he even brought up Glenn Maxwell's name because Glenn Maxwell no make no runs not the whole tournament. But anyway, he then pointed out the UAE is Pakistan's home. And I remember when Akil Henry shoot it in the comment section that Pakistan don't lose in the UAE since 2016, and Dima was like, see it there? Worst, listen, the home UAE matchups, 0 chance. All right. Then he said, Pepe Paul gave a response that he does not see Australia making 190 against the Pakistan bowling attack. That was at 2 minutes, 08:35 seconds. Demo then responded and asked Shakes, because Shakes made a point that this Australia team is capable of making 180 runs to 190 runs against the Pakistan team. The man look at me and say, what tournament are you watching, Shakes? Which tournament are you watching? What tournament are you watching, Shakes? Hold him to this. Hold him to this. Right? What tournament are you watching, Shakes? At 2 minutes 09:14, he then said to Levon, 0 chance. Hold me to this. 0 chance. And because of the 0 chance, tomorrow I'm going to give away a credit because Australia has no chance. None whatsoever. All right, that is my case. Demo, good night. How are you? How the match go?
All right. So again,
how the match go, Demo?
Yeah, you just hold on no. You just talk for like 10 minutes. Zine interrupted once or twice. I don't know if you feel like you have some KD night and you make some big points right now, because all of them something they where you say is showing me analyzing the game and not just saying,
oh, sorry, I left out 1 point.
No, you get your chance.
No, sorry, I left out 1 point. No, it's on the paper. It's scripted, right? And I don't know how I could overlook this, but it's because this was the last thing at 2 hours, 9 minutes and 46 seconds. This is how happy me I go feel tomorrow for shame them on the show. This is why the man literally decided to say, you know what, I'm going to give away a credit. So he had the intention to come and shame everybody on the show, not realizing that, guess what? He would be wearing this scandal bag tonight. because he has been a clueless lad for the entire tournament. A clueless lad for the entire tournament. Right? So
You know what you tell me when you're done?
go ahead, Demo. It's your show. Run it now.
Okay, so I am very honored and flattered that you went out of your way to do all of that just to try and seem like you're making some big points, paint up scandal bag on your wall and use
It's not
mark
paint, it's crayon.
and all of them stuff. I am very honored and flattered that you went out of your way to do that, Zine. But all of that what you just say is not proving anything. All you just showed the people was that I analyzed the game and I broke down the game and I got the prediction wrong. That's all you do, which I've been saying all along. Predictions are not analysis. Predictions goes 50-50. One team will win, one team will lose. The breakdown of cricket is what I do. You coming up and say, Australia go win is no analysis. And you know what I did as well? I went and I watched the tapes. I mean, never say nothing to the producer. I watched back the tapes and I hope James will listen. And everybody, Mama put it on Facebook, everybody was missing at the halfway stage. Nobody there say nothing. Kems never there tag me about nothing. Nobody there tag me today when Pakistan made those runs. Yeah, nobody. I call Australia chokers because guess what? In T20 cricket, they have never won this tournament before. Since 2012, they have never been to a semi-finals. This is Pakistan's 5th semi-finals in T20. Don't come and try to be disingenuous and try tying 50 over cricket with T20 cricket for Australia.
Disingenuous is you, boss.
And I say, their Australia are big white ball tournament and they turn up at tournaments and so. No, that's a lie. Since 2012, Australia has never been to another semi-finals. Yeah? So don't come and act like all of that going. So at the halfway stage, 170 for me was defendable with this Pakistan bowling because of the lineup. The game was going swimmingly and stuff happens. Guess what Sheikh said? These are some of the things that Sheikh said, people in the comment section. Sheikhs, Pakistan won't make more than 140 if they bat first. Am I right or am I wrong? Sheikh said that. No. More because of them things they want to highlight and things so big. Me not gloat over them something, but I just want to show you how stupid it is. Sheikhs come out definitively. Pakistan won't make more than 140 if them bat first. One. Babar Azam will not make more than 30 runs. So the man go all in them specifics because him got a couple weeks ago and him say Gayle is going to make 1 or 75 and Gayle make 1. And so him feel big because him guess say Gayle are gonna make 1. That's how them people are reason cricket. So him go on one thing, say this guess is going to work. And say, oh, Babar Azam will not make more than 30 runs. Babar Azam went on today and he made 39 and he gave away his wicket. He also went on to give even more specific. He said, you know what? Maybe even tell you the bowler who go out Babar Azam. This is how great I am at guessing. Cummins or Easewood will get Babar Azam out. You know who out Babar Azam today? Tell them, Sheikhs, please. Who out Babar Azam today?
You are the Buru.
No, tell them. Did your prediction come true?
You are the Buru. Tell them.
So the little spinner will come and show up something where people there come up and say, he the watch better than him and all of these. Who was the one who was saying that? I don't remember who said he the watch better than him. But
yeah, who said that?
Zampa took his wicket. Yeah? So all of these things, nobody tags Sheikhs about. Nobody hold him accountable for all these guesses. But when he says Gayle will make 1 or 75, him come out and him brag because Gayle make 1. That's a guess. Okay, Gayle make 1. You guess it and it right. That's no analysis. That's not analysis. That's not what I do. So here's some of the things when me do, and you go talk now, Devin. Here are some of the analysis that I gave for the game because I have them pull up and like me say watch about the tape. I really hope Kems will leave because I want him come in after Devin. I said in my analysis, right, that matchups would be vital in this game for Pakistan, especially the left-armers to the right-handers. Yeah? Me say that. When you look at the left-armers, Wazim was bowling okay after him first over to the right-handers, and then guess what happened? Babar Azam made the mistake for go make Wazim bowl to the left-hander, which is David Warner, and that was what kick-started Australia's innings. David Warner took him apart because a left-hander bowling to a left-handed batsman is easy pickings. And we were arguing with Levan about the matchups thing the other day, and it proved itself. And that kick-started David Warner's innings. I said again that Shadab Khan will be the standout for Australia. You know how much wicket Shadab Khan take today? 4.
Pakistan.
For Pakistan today, 4 wickets. I said that. That's breaking it down because I know that the matchups will be vital. I said to Shakes again, no team in this semi-final will be making no 190 way my talk about. Because I'm gonna know which competition he might watch. 190 and those scores are very rare. It happened.
What was the score? What was the score Australia were on course to make? Just
stop
in the game today.
about on course to make. No team was.
What was the score that Australia were on course to make today? They had an over to spare.
Listen to me. The man they make 170 odd, and then he need 170 odd. And the man they need 170 odd for win. You said 190. All right, good. And then the one that I got wrong, which he mentioned, I said David Warner will not pass 20 runs. And see, there I come and hold up my hand. David Warner make runs today.
The one that you got wrong. The one that you got wrong.
Here's my final. Here's my final statement. All the things that people will not talk about is me breaking down the game. What they will talk about is I got the prediction wrong. I'm gonna say them have Australia had no chance to win, right? And that's all people are gonna talk about. That's why she spend him time and use crayon and mark up him wall and all of these things to come and try prove him a guru because him get something right. All right.
Can I ask you one question?
No. You can't ask me nothing else because more here with Devin have to say. He's also somebody who called Pakistan to win this game as well. So I just want to. So go ahead, Devin.
No, but before I even say anything with Shakes, because Shakes, I didn't hear Shakes predictions or anything in the preliminary stages. I don't know.
He didn't have any predictions. Him just said him a go win.
No,
because of some general stuff like him.
Like prior to the semi-final. So I know him get the 2 call for the semi-final, going to the final, right? But I never hear who was the semi-finalist. So I never hear what was his analyst before. I don't know if he's busy, if he's never there around. So like when people say him get everything right through a tournament, right? I see him get things right in the semi-final.
After the fact, right? After the fact.
No, after the fact. Me as never hear before. Do you know if Shakes the call anything for the semi-final or whatever? You get it to me, I say? So him get it spot on for the semi-final. But like for the game itself and for the predictions, I had Pakistan was just the better team going right through it. So I was going with Pakistan, and I said the game would have been close and Pakistan would have won. I had the 0 chance. I wasn't with that one about the 0 chance. Australia not having 0 chance. But like I don't know if you're gonna talk about the game itself going forward, but like I mean, they say like catches win matches, man. But oh god, man, that catch that Hassan dropped down there in I think the 18th or 19th over off Matthew Wade, that proved to be decisive, right? And the over before the man leak about 13 or how many runs him leak the over before, and then go drop a catch afterwards again.
He's been horrible all tournament.
Oh my goodness, man, that was just like a dagger in the hearts of the people cheering for Pakistan, but. It was a good game, and hope we can move on beyond these predictions and everything. Because we make the predictions and we can bant and everything, but we can like talk about the cricket going forward, about the final, and just focus on the cricket going forward for the rest of the show.
That's exactly what we'll do, boss. I just wanted to address because Shakes went out and we do all of this stuff for the public, so I just wanted to address it. All right, so we're gonna talk about the cricket. Kims. What your finals say before you leave? Because Kems is not going to stay with us people. He just wanted to be here to bash and do it, man.
All right. So again, when my final thing, I'm gonna move off from all of that stuff. One thing I realized, in the Australia game is that And I know a lot of persons on Facebook, I guess they underestimate the singles and the twos, and they only want the sixes and the fours, right? And that weird fellow, even I don't remember the other guy name. What name?
Stoinis.
Yes, him, right? After I see Wade hit a six, and then right after that, if it's a West Indies batsman, I know he might go for another six. I might go for a four. But him hit a six and then a single. And then next person, another single. And then Wade come again, 4 runs. And then again, another single. So, I think, separate and apart from the fact, say, okay, I know Devin mentioned the drop catch, right? But separate and apart from that, I think those two batsmen, I think they batted really smart. I think they understood the situation, they understood the assignment, and sometimes in sports, I've always said it. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, right? Because probably if that guy had took the catch, probably we are here talking about a total different game. Because the momentum would have swing and all that kind of thing. So, good game for Australia. Now I have Australia to win the whole thing, of course. I don't have no big analysis again. Australia is a team I always like from morning. We just like Australia from morning, and Steve Smith is a batsman I like. Really class batsman. So me have Australia for win it all. Demo, once again, you come forward with it again, and you promised me that you would have done something yesterday and you haven't done it, right? Accountability is something what I want you to do. I don't want you to come on the show and I say, hey guys, I did this. Everybody in the comment section know what you did. But we want you to just come and just hold up your hand. Hey guys, I made an analysis. My analysis was wrong. I don't want you to come try to dignify your analysis. No, because you already done that yesterday. Right?
Boss,
We just want you to come, raise your hand and say, hey, I was wrong, guys. Hey, I'll try again for the final. Demo,
you
maybe
see, if you say my prediction is wrong, me go come and say that.
all
Don't
right.
say my
Demo, may I be
analysis
honest?
was
All
wrong,
right,
boss.
before I go, right, may I be honest with you. I know you don't need a validation, yeah, but may I be honest with you. You're a man with no cricket. The whole world knows you know cricket. We all know you know cricket. Trust me. And I no secret, right? But at the same time, me personally, I just want you, when you get it wrong, I just want you, just like when you get it right, because I promise you, if Pakistan had win that game, we have a total different conversation tonight, right? So when you get it wrong, I want to see the humility, I want to see the accountability, I want you to just be, hey guys, hey, me get it wrong, guys, and you just take it. That's all. That's all I may ask. But guys, have a good night, have a good show. I'll be watching from my little stands. All right.
All right,
Peace
boss.
out.
Big up yourself. Thanks for joining us today with the banter. All right, so like Kim say, of course I'm going to come and I'm going to be accountable. And like me tell Sheiks yesterday, I told him on the live as well. Him asked me what gonna happen if Pakistan scrape through.
Scrape
I'm gonna
through.
say I'm going to come here and I'm going to say that Pakistan won the game. Yeah. So I'm going to come out and I'm going to take accountability and I'm going to say my prediction was wrong. I got it wrong. I get predictions wrong all the time. What I won't take though and come out and say is that my analysis was wrong. Because the thing about analysis, you do it before the game. And when you break down analysis and what happened before the game, it's very different from just making a prediction. All right. So I was wrong. My prediction was wrong. Sheiks was right. And we can crown him guru in the one, but he's a guru of predictions. Definitely not the guru of analysis, just prediction.
Hold on.
All right.
This is one thing. This is one thing with me. I don't wear crowns, right? I'm just a regular man. And I even said it on Facebook today. I don't want no status. I don't want no title, right? But if you claim to be somebody, then you have to live up to it. And you claim to be somebody and you have not lived up to it, right? You cannot come on a show every single night and say that all the other persons that are on the show know absolutely nothing about cricket, myself included, Devin, Kems, everybody else, right? You literally tell Levon every single night, say, listen, Levon, come let us reason, Leonidas. Let us reason on a higher level. Let us go on a higher plane. But guess what, Demo? You have literally given analysis for the entire tournament and you have been spectacularly wrong with every single game that you have analyzed.
Every
And that
single
for me,
prediction.
cannot be possible from somebody who is a sheikh, who is a guru, who is Gandhi, who is Muhammad, or whomever, right? You just cannot get everything wrong for the entire tournament based on the analysis that you did. Because guess what? If you are saying that you literally break down the games, then if other persons are saying that the team going lose, how is it that you can actually analyze something and critically analyze something yet get it wrong all the time?
All right, Shakes. Okay, all right. So, Devin, I'll move on from this. I want you to move on from this real. Because, like I say, this is more than just predictions to me. All right. So, big up Anthony Henry in the comments. I think he was one person that got the credit because, like I said, if Pakistan lost that game yesterday, I was so confident that I would be giving away the credit. So, I think Akil got one, and I'm not sure who the other person will be that will get the next half for the credit. So big up yourself. Akil is always here and giving good insights on cricket. You need to come on the show sometime. Him seem like him know, you must say. All right, so he asked a question which actually leads us to the next part. The next part what we wanted to talk about tonight. And I didn't expect to be talking about this for 36 minutes, the Australia game and whatever. So it will be Australia, New Zealand finals. I read today earlier that the New Zealand team won't have Conway because he broke his hand when he got out and he punched him butt and he broke his hand. It's very innocuous. I don't know. Anyway, so he'll miss the finals, and that's probably a big blow for New Zealand. But I wanted us to just go through quickly because that analysis thing take up the whole of the time. Just want us to give our general thoughts on the World Cup, and like I say, we're going to just dissect the debacle which was West Indies and where we went wrong and stuff like that for the next couple minutes and see the way forward for West Indies cricket. Because we're all West Indian people. We know we had a horrible World Cup this year, and you know, we just want to get especially on the headspace there as cricket people and West Indian fans. All right. So general thoughts on the World Cup for you guys. Devin, what do you think about the World Cup so far? Being in the UAE, not just from a West Indies point of view, but the whole World Cup.
It was good. I like it being here, but one thing I don't like, it was a World Cup where winning the toss is like it had too much like influence on the outcome of the game. You know, because majority of the team, it's like the winning formula is winning the toss, put the team into bat. You know, and it's like something with the pitches where the pitches like it just I don't know, like initial you don't play right throughout where it give you a good surface right through the game, like for T20 cricket, and it's something I noticed with like the T20 scores within the last 2 years. It's like they're generally going down. Like remember when 180, 190, like the scores like 140 and the scores just generally getting lower over the years. I don't know if it's the pitches or
what. Man, the pitches play a big part in that.
You know what I mean? So I didn't like that's the only aspect about it. That's the only aspect about it where I could say, all right, I don't necessarily like that because most teams, you know what I mean, they win the toss, put a team in, and it's like the advantage just there to chase it. You know, separate and apart from that, what I really like though, I like like the so-called minnows. You can see there's improvement in their cricket league.
Facts.
I mean, some Scotland, some Namibia. I didn't even know that Namibia was that.
Yeah.
So to speak. You know, they have the quality, you know?
Yeah, to the point where I say Afghanistan are going to make the semis.
Yeah, and then Afghanistan too. Watch Afghanistan. I mean, I didn't have them going to the semis, but like you can see there's real improvement in their cricket. You know, I hope the Taliban them nobody with them foolishness don't just allow them to play cricket. Well, they're not women. A woman, the Taliban them are probably.
Yeah.
So the cricket can improve. So generally speaking, you know, the tournament, I like it, and you know, I like some of the close games, and I just didn't like the fact about that toss right there. And like
Yeah.
the thing is, we're just looking for like the teams who like going forward, all the teams, not just West Indies, the teams who like would have not made it to the semi-final, see how they regroup to come again for the next year World Cup. Because it's like a quick turnaround for the World Cup. The pandemic grant us this what you call favor, so to speak, that we're gonna have a World Cup so quickly again. So that's just my takeaway generally from the World Cup. The toss is just one of my sore points.
All right, cool. Shakes, how you feel about the World Cup so far? Your views?
I would give the World Cup a 8 out of 10. This World Cup has basically been about balance, both sides in terms of bowling, the bowling unit, and batsmanship, right? Some teams, I guess some persons would have had certain teams to make it to the semifinals and the finals, but guess what? When you have competition, and when I say competition, we mean we are now going to have a new winner of the T20 World Cup, right? And for me, if you always have teams challenging and the trophies always changing over from one team to another, that always bodes well for whichever sport it is, right? In terms of the associate nations, some of them did extremely well, right? Namibia, Devin just spoke about them, right? Namibia, many people don't even know that they are very close to South Africa. So some of their players even play in South Africa. So their development has been coming on. Their coach is actually Albin Markle, I believe. Yes. And we all know that he's from the South African camp originally. So they have a good program. So many persons would have actually been surprised by how well they did in this tournament. I guess we're used to teams like Kenya in the past, right? Not necessarily Namibia. I guess Scotland, to a certain extent, did relatively well based on the fact that this is really their first time. Bangladesh, they were just horrible, but they need a whole revamp of their program. The same can be said about West Indies, right? The West Indies versus Afghanistan thing in that group is as if there were two associate nations playing versus the associate nations who were literally trying to give their best, even though they know that they were facing the powerhouses, if you want to call them that, in terms of test cricket. So for me, the effort was always there. You could see that they were giving 100%. Yes, they might be limited by the fact that the sort of exposure that they would have had, that's very limited. And the more games that they get against some of these top nations, the better it will be for their program. And I hope that continues. And that continues. Somebody asking about Papua New Guinea. For me, they were just ordinary.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were pretty ordinary. Yeah.
I mean, when you hear the stories of Papua New Guinea, it's like, we have the cricket up here in the States, but the roadside or so the man say truck a pass by the field with them the fun and them can hardly get place to play cricket
Yeah,
and stuff.
man. Yeah.
So,
As in, it's not really conducive in terms of to the real first world development versus some of the other nations and even some of the other associate nations.
exactly.
But for me, the tournament, yeah, they've been talk about the toss, but guess what? Nobody going to know who going to win the toss from the get-go, and that's why you spin the coin, because it's literally 50-50. So you have a chance to go in. I hear some people saying that the ICC should take a L because it favors the team going in second. But listen, sometimes you make your own luck, as they say in sport, right? And you actually have to go out there and perform. So just because you're chasing don't mean that you're going to win. West Indies did just that in some of the games and they never won, right? The one game that West Indies won, we literally bowled second, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. So
Yeah.
It will work. It will work for some. It won't work for others. You just have to have the right mentality going into a tournament, especially when it is not necessarily a long tournament.
Yeah. Well said. So before I get to this comment here, big up Estelle Stevens. Thanks for joining us tonight. I get to you in a minute. I just want to remind you guys as well. Remember, see, Sports Frenzy merch is out. It's 1,500, and as they're saying, they have merch in small and medium for now. So look out for the merch and make your orders and stuff. We're going to get into the West Indies aspect, but I just want Michelle's comment to be highlighted as well, because it's going to lead us into the next part of this. So soon wrap up, and it has to deal with West Indies and how we move forward and so. So she said that the World Cup was disappointed from a West Indies perspective for her. I was expecting more. They look lackluster. And she said New Zealand is her other team, so she hoping that New Zealand win. Listen, we can't have other teams, but big up yourself, Michelle. Thanks for your comments. Latoya is asking what about large people for the merch. They're working on it, Latoya. They're working on it. All right, so Stephen, getting into the West Indies part of it. Obviously, we had a dismal campaign. I think that our preparations leading into this World Cup was messed up by COVID. We only had like 9 games to prepare for the World Cup. We missed 4 of them because of rain. The Pakistan game rain out. I think only 1 played the whole series, and so we had to depend mostly on the CPL basically, and we had a dismal campaign going into it. So, what are your thoughts about the whole reason why we had such a horrible World Cup campaign going forward? So we're gonna start with squad selection first, because I pinpointed some that people will have, but the first one is everybody want to talk about is the squad selection. Was this the right squad that headed into the World Cup for the West Indies for you?
All right. I have always disagreed with you in terms of the fitness rule. Always. The reason you're having a fitness regimen is so that you don't go there and break down and get injured, and so that your body gives the best that it can give, right? Team can win. I understand. Yeah. But if it is that you are bowling at 150 clicks for consistent periods of time, it must speak to some amount of fitness of your muscles. That takes a lot out of your body. And you come in, you play a game every 2 days and you're bowling 150. I'm speaking about Dean Smith. For me, Ravi Rampal at 37 should not be playing every game in a World Cup. Or Shane Thomas, yeah, it was okay, but was not setting the place alight. I thought we should have taken Dean Smith. To say that O'Shane Smith was going to be the X factor at pace and he did not play him even when we were out of the tournament speaks for itself. So I think that we should have brought Dean Smith, and also Chris Gale should not be playing every game in a World Cup tournament. At his age, with his form, of course, bring him. And he might get the first couple games, but you see that it's not working out. You should have a bench to go to. Probably somebody like a Rutherford who was making runs. Yeah? Probably it might fail, but at least you have some cricketing logic as to what you're doing. You can't say Thomas is express pace, you don't play him. You say that Jason Holder is just a backup. As soon as somebody gets injured, Jason Holder came into the team and played every single game. So they were admitting that they made some mistakes. So to have this geriatric team play every game of the World Cup, I think was the biggest blunder. And I think we need to go back to the drawing board, work with the Dean Smiths, work with the Rutherfords and so on, work with Dominic Drakes, get that young tier. Obed McCoy, unfortunately, he got injured. Get them coming in. And the last one I'll make before I stop is Narayan. Now, a lot of people say Narayan don't want to play for West Indies. Yeah, fine. But we're going to attack the reason that was given. They said it is because of fitness. Yeah? Narayan was fit enough to be bowling down the IPL and making runs. So, Dimo, I know you disagree with me, but the reason we have fitness standards is so that your body can have the optimum performance. And if you're taking wickets, taking catches, and making runs, Narayan should have been in this team to help, because Akil Hussein is inexperienced, so he should have gotten some help. So I think they got the selection wrong, and going forward, we need to select better teams, and we need to get this fitness thing out the window to a
All right.
certain extent. Where
All
you're
right.
performing, I think some exceptions should be made. This
All
fitness
right.
thing is madness.
All right. That's
Absolute
fair.
madness.
That's fair, and that's well said. Um, Anthony Henry said that we should utilize more persons from the 2016 winning under 19 team and the 2020 under 19 team. That's also fair. But here's the thing, and a lot of people, it's not only you, Stephen, a lot of people around the Caribbean, a lot of people on radio who are hosts of programs coming out and they're saying this thing. I'm going to do this again, and this is where the analysis comes into cricket. People need to stop calling on people who weren't options for the World Cup. These guys that you guys are mentioning, Sunil Narayan, Rutherford, and Smith, they were not options. Rutherford did not do the fitness test, and so he wasn't able to go. Smith did the fitness test, and he failed. Narayan also did not do the fitness test because he's worried about his arm action, and so he's refusing to play at the international level because he's risking himself to get banned and he won't be able to play in T20, IPL, and all of these things. Here's the thing. I had John Campbell on here, and I asked him for everybody in the comment section what the fitness test involves. It is not bowling 150. It is not catching catches. The man come and him say it's a yo-yo test where people set up the cones. You have to do this, that, and get to the cones at a certain time, do certain push-ups at a certain time. Dean Smith failed at doing that. He did not pass the fitness test. So it's not about you going and bowling. Every team has a standard that they have to make at the fitness level to make the squad. And for me, I am more disappointed in Dean Smith himself being a 20-year-old and can't pass a yo-yo test than for the West Indies selector not giving him an exemption to go. Yeah?
That's fair, you know. That's fair. If you have a standard, it must be respected. I'm not going against that. I'm saying where performance is excellent, there must be some, because it's not like we have a plethora of wonderful talent. We have to be put in fitness to exclude people. We have been ranked 10th in the world for a while now. We're not great.
Yeah, that's fair, but we want to bend the rules to send them young man go. I think that they should take responsibility and do the thing. All right, but we don't want stress this no more. But those guys weren't available, and Pollard said something in an interview. He said that the players' stock will rise. Those who didn't play, your stocks are going to rise now because guess what? Everybody now are gonna look and say, oh, if them did go, they would have do better. And so all their stocks will be rising now because they didn't play. And Pollard said that as well. He also mentioned Rampal. I mean, a lot of people are giving Ravi Rampal stick and say him should go there and him have a rum belly and all of this thing. And I don't get it. Like Ravi Rampal earned this spot into the game. And I came here and I said to you guys again, Ravi Rampal was one of our most successful bowlers in the Super 50. He was one of the most successful bowlers playing for his county in England with white ball. And then him coming at the CPL and he did what he did. Now he got into the tournament. He didn't do anything wrong. Let me tell you something. Ravi Rampal ended that World Cup campaign with an economy of 7.53. And if you're playing T20 cricket and going under 8, that's exceptional. He played 4 games and his economy was 7.53. Yeah? And just to put it in perspective, Jason Holder come in and he played 3 games and he went at over 8. Just to put it in perspective. Yeah? I know the CPL trickery and him get a lot of wickets, and we thought that he was going to get a lot of wickets for us. He got 1. But he was very economic. All right?
But Dimo.
Yeah.
What you're saying about Rampal versus Holder, even though Holder went at a little bit more than Rampal, Holder had a bigger impact on the West Indies team than Rampal.
Bowling wise?
Overall.
No, Holder was all around in the team.
Yeah, so I'm saying he had a bigger impact. Rampal.
No, I don't think he might have a bigger impact bowling wise.
If we're talking about an impact, Ravi Rampal, the impact on West Indies in the tournament, okay, what should I give him? A 1 out of 10 or a 2
All right,
out of
no,
10?
you know, what your player ratings, because we're gonna get there.
No,
right?
man, no. It's not. No, I'm not giving an overall player rating, right? I
But
just
yeah, but
say,
give me Rampal and Holder.
I just say in terms of for both of them, in terms of how they impact the game.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get there now because we're gonna wrap up in 5 minutes. All right. So I'm going to get to the player ratings in a sec. But one of the things that that also caused their demise for me was, you know, the loss of Fabian Allen and Obed McCoy. I thought that those two injuries messed us up. And I don't know. Did you guys think that our expectations were? I mean, I know my expectations were really high for the West Indies. Do you think that you guys' expectations be too high for West Indies, or you just never expect them to do nothing at the tournament? Devin, wait.
I didn't see them progressing. You know, like people are saying like the games before the warm up games just warm up games and you can't read anything in the warm up game. But like just how they were playing the cricket, man, they just look awful in that game. I saw a game where Ocean Thomas, like, you know, he got a bad, like he bowled the ball and then he was upset and he just threw the ball at the wicket for no apparent reason. Guy was already his crease, ball went almost went overthrow so forth. He just like the whole body language, it was just awful. And then I didn't think like we have the good bowling to really like limit the team like before. You know, the poor. I was surprised in the power 18 not getting us more boundaries because the power 18 is still there, but like the bowling,
Yeah,
it wasn't as clinical as when we had that Badger and we had that Narayan. You know, so
yeah.
my expectation wasn't high for them. I didn't have them reach into the semi-finals, but you know, deep down, I would want them to like prove me wrong. And
Fair.
like the opening, besides Evan Lewis, the opening, whether it's Chris Gale, whether it's Lendl Simmons or Fletcher, we have a problem with the opening. Besides Simmons,
Fear. Shake. So your expectations too high, or you never expect nothing?
No, I didn't really expect anything of them. And why I say this is because I just thought that the team was wrong from the get-go. You see, you don't really want me to go into player ratings, but I can tell you, taking Andre Russell to the World Cup was a joke. That never make any sense because guess what? He wasn't even fit. To this day, he still isn't fit. And he would have had an injury. Plus, you compound that with the fact that he's somebody that has never ever been fully fit from the get-go when it comes down to cricket in general, right? So for me, he shouldn't have been selected. Gale, that was just sentimental. Pollard. Pollard has never ever performed at a T20 World Cup for West
Shake.
Indies.
They are going on the player rating. Just wait.
No, man, it's not the rating. No, it isn't the
Once
rating
you
the
have
number.
mentioned no, but we're gonna talk about the players too when we go through. So that's why I know I just pick players individually and things. Just tell
Oh
me if
no,
the
it's just
expectation.
I was really just picking 4 players out of the hat.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right.
So Pollard is the third one. So I said Russell, then Gale in terms of the sentimentality. Pollard, because as I said, he has never made runs for West Indies when we really need it. Never ever. I've never watched any form of cricket when we really need runs and see that man make significant runs, right? When we really need it. And lastly, the bowling unit. You can talk about Ravi Rampal and this, but guess what? What Ravi Rampal doing at the World Cup? If Ravi Rampal, it makes sense you just take Fidel Edwards and done.
All right, Stephen. What was the expectations like for those?
Yeah, probably the expectations were too high. I heard shakes about Russell not being fit. But although I've seen him not fit for KKR, for Jamaica Talawas, and him still come and smash 40 or 15.
Exactly.
He was just not himself. I don't know. Probably the injury got to him, and I don't know. I think it was probably a bit too high. I saw Hetmeyer for Delhi in the UAE, and he was superb.
Yep.
We got a glimpse of it in the Sri Lanka match. He was clearing the boundary and finding gaps at will. Class player. So I mean, we expected some more runs then. With Ravi Rampal now, Dimo, I'm not saying that Ravi shouldn't have gone. You know, he earned his spot, but you cannot have O'Shane Thomas for him as backup in case he fails. O'Shane Thomas was not great,
Yep.
and you need to have better. You're going to disagree with me, but I'm sorry. Your squad depleted due to injury. I'm bringing Odin Smith. Sorry.
Well, tell him for pass fitness test at 20 yard. Anyway, so for me again, just before going on the player ratings, just something we pick up is I thought that our tactics just never make sense. It was just so inconsistent. We left from our first game against England getting ball out for 55 with everybody trying to hit sixes and fours off of every ball. To the next game, Simmons make 16 from 36 ball and Chase make 30 from 46 and that kind of stuff. And it's like them just never seem like them have an identity in what they wanted to do. One match they want to go all boundaries, then I don't know if they talk to them in another room and say, all right, you guys need to soak up some ball and then try for go. I don't know what they were doing. As for the bowling thing, Akil and Ravi Rampal, they were bowling well with the new ball and a bowl good. And all of a sudden, Jason Holder come in, him take the new ball, no more Akil saying I open the bowling. And it's like, what's the plan? Like Akil, your wicket taker, you was our leading wicket taker for the competition. I might laugh and say it's only 5 wickets, but it is what it is. And then, he did that at the top of the order. And you just take him out for make Jason Holder bowl a new ball, who I think is not very penetrative bowling in the power play anyway. And Sports Frenzy said it in the comments. I think it's Levon that our bowling was so defensive, and I agree with him. I think that only probably Dwayne Bravo was somebody you can look to for be an attacking bowler and strike and get wickets. All right. So with all that said, that was just my thinking from the thing. We're just gonna go through the player ratings quickly. People in the comments so they can give us your player ratings as well. So we'll start with Evan Lewis. He played 5 games. He made 105 runs at an average at 21. For me, I'm gonna give Evan Lewis 6.5 out of 10. I think that he's one of them who can leave this tournament with his head held high. So I'm gonna give him 6. No, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna give him a 7 with a 50 at the way make 7 for Evan. Devin.
I'll give him a 7 as well. I'm good with that 7. The 1 half century, even though like with the World Cup, it's not like you have to make runs every game. You don't make runs one game, somebody else can chip in. So there was nobody else to chip in with him when he doesn't make runs.
Wow, Michelle give him a 5.5.
Yeah, because Demo, I was about to ask, what is your score out of
No, out of 10.
10?
So for me, 6.5. Yeah, I'm going 6.5, not 7. 6.5.
All right, Lewis, I'm giving him a 5.
No reason, just a give 5.
5 out of 10. He only showed up for 1 innings. That's
I
it.
mean, well, fair. Like I said, he made 100.
It's simple. Yeah, you accumulate runs, right? You play 5 games, you give me 1 good innings. That's it. You can't get more than 5 because if I work out the percentage for the tournament for those 5 games, it's simple. You only perform creditably well for 20% of the tournament.
Fair. Let me just read the
more
comment
than
here.
5.
Let me just read the comment here before you go, Stephen. In addition to that, Shakes, the lesser teams are learning T20 version of cricket fast. Their development programs are excellent and they're playing a lot of games and getting more exposure. That's a great point by George McIntosh. Yeah, Stephen, your player ratings for Lewis.
I just want to say Lewis would get probably a 5.5 in the context of the team. Or in the context of the tournament, he would get probably lower. But in the context of a very ordinary team, I'd say 5.5. But I should have said something when you're asking earlier. Pollard's captaincy has to be captain. Ravi has to be questioned, Ravi Rampal tends to bowl that length outside the off stump. from ever since, and that man does not have a deep point or a deep backward point.
Yeah,
Or
yeah, I saw that.
up and everybody. So if he gives a little bit of whiff, it's
Yeah,
4 runs.
I
Four
saw
runs.
He
that.
never fixed it. It was
I saw that.
his captaincy was horrible.
Yeah, we're gonna get to Pollard. Rip off the band-aid. Lendell Simmons. He played 2 games. His highest score was 16. And listen to this. He had a strike rate of 45 in T20 cricket. 45. It's like some Craig Brathwaite stuff.
Please state that for an opener. At that.
David, please be respectful to Lendell. He's represented us well. So Lendell, man, them a give negative 10. So David, where you give Lendell Simmons?
One.
What is it? What one for showing up?
That's what I have on my paper right here. One.
All right, Shakes a give him 1.
One.
Steven, where you give Lendell?
We give him 1.5.
Wow. -1 from Rennie. Wait, Anthony, I give Lendell Simmons 3. I'd love to hear your reason for giving Lendell Simmons 3, Anthony.
He can't get more than 1.
I'm definitely give him one as well. He single-handedly cost us the game. He was the man of the match for the opposing team in that game.
I agree.
So definitely.
And guys, in our rating, can we not do relativity based on the poor team display? Can we just give them real ratings for like T20 and what we expect of them?
We're rating them on the tournament that they had. All
Yeah,
right.
man, no, I know, but you asked Stephen. You were asking Stephen if we should rank them in terms of one versus the other, as in one player versus the other players for the team. But that's not what we're supposed to do. We're just supposed to rate them.
That's what I did with Lewis. That's why I give him 7. In comparison to the rest of players. But if you were to say just overall,
yeah, man, yeah, but we don't want in relation to the other players. We just want the rating based on what they're supposed to do
at the World Cup. That's it. All right. So Christopher Henry, Universe Boss. Before we get to him, this is Anthony's reason. In the South Africa game, he was poor indeed, but he stayed in the wicket. We had an opening stand of 80 against South Africa. Well, that opening stand of 80 was down to Evan Lewis. No, so
exactly. Because he didn't do anything.
He stood at the wicket according to Anthony. I mean, hey, this is rating. So the Universe Boss, 5 games, average of 9, strike rate of 92, with the highest score of 15, and he also got a wicket in his last game, and he took a catch as well. Stephen, let's start with you this time. What are you giving the Universe Boss?
0.5.
1.5?
No, 0.
0.5.
You know the decimal? Yeah.
Wow.
5. Yeah, with all that talk and what I expect from him as a player, 0.5. His auto respect, I probably didn't say 0.
Wow. Sports Frenzy said 2. Shakes, what are you giving Gale?
0. Easy. That's the easiest grade to give for the tournament. When you see, Demo, Gale is like you. When you talk a big talk, you come out on the field and show what you are made of, right? You see, when sports is about people always going to analyze and be critical of you. It don't mean to them hate you, you know, right? Because you are just in that particular field. It's just like a teacher. It's not every parent and student going like a teacher, but guess what? When them get them CXC's results and them get them distinction or them credit, guess what? Them jump and celebrate, right? You know, matter the fact that them used to say, oh, you know, so me not like a teacher here for the entire school year. Probably all five forms they might get taught by the same teacher. So guess what? For Gale literally spoke before the tournament, and he literally went to the tournament, and all that I saw him doing in the tournament was riding on Australians' back like a donkey,
All
right?
right, all right, all right, Sheiks.
I'm
All right,
only giving him 0
all right. Devin,
ungraded.
where I give the universe bar?
Well, if I give Simmons 1, right, I have to
Yeah.
give him 0.5 because
0.5.
yeah, I have to give him a half because reason is Simmons got 2 games. Gay got like max
5.
games.
5.
Where he could have better score. You get what I'm saying? He got 5 games. Yeah, he got 5 games, so he could have at least did better than what Simmons did. So if I give Simmons 1, even though you say Shakes was saying most of it on a relativity point of view,
Yeah,
but
man, just gear rating, man.
just 0.5. That's it.
All right. Michelle is saying Gail gets a -3 for her. This is only because I'm raised to respect my elders. Leon said Gail turned Shakari.
I
Gail,
agree. Dead last.
Gail needs to go, says Anthony Henry, and Renee said Gail to make the rating scale. That is wow. When they're savage bad. So from Gail we go to Nicolos Puran. He
No, same
played
thing.
5 games, average of 21, strike rate of 136 with a highest score of 46 in that game that we won. And I think that his innings was the innings that, propelled us to get in that win against Bangladesh. So Nicolos Puran, Devin.
6.
6 for Puran for you. Stephen, where you give Puran?
No, I would give him a 5 because he was horrible in the IPL, same conditions, and he fought his way back to some form. So, in the context of everybody, he didn't just try to swipe one out, he actually pushed himself. I give him a 5.
No mention of his keeping for you, Devin and Stephen.
His keeping was superb as usual, man.
Superb.
Yeah.
No,
I don't see
I
any
was
great
even
thing.
at his batting. I wasn't looking at it from a key.
I mean, neither here nor there. His batting out was really my focus.
Okay, Shakes, where you give Puran?
I'm gonna give him 6. And
Puran.
yeah, I'm gonna give him a 6. And why I say I'm gonna give him a 6 in terms of I basically saw a leader when he had to take over 1. Despite him not making significant runs, once again, when it really mattered, he actually tried, right? And he was always trying to communicate with the players on the field. He for me was the only one for the entire tournament that was trying to rally the team. The only person. Everybody else, I just see them standing up. And the only time I see them talking is probably if they misfeel or something like that, and Bravo trying to tell them and say, "Oh, how you not stop that?" Or that was it. But in terms of Puran, I saw him trying to motivate the team. So I'd give him a 6 in terms of for overall. You asked about his keeping.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything special with his keeping, but
Yeah.
he wasn't really at any great fault for anything.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Sheldon is saying Puran is a 6 for him. I think a future captain. I agree. Still don't feel like he was at his best, and his glove work needs some serious work. I also agree with that. Anthony is asking if we're rating out of 10 or 14. We rate out of 10, my boss. 1 to 10. All right. Which brings us to after Puran, we have the great Hetmyer. Hetmyer made 127 runs from his 5 games. He averaged 32, and obviously with the highest score of 81. 81? Think about 81 in the game that didn't matter. Obviously, it seems that he was our best batsman. So yeah, Shakes, our best batsman of the tournament, Hetmyer.
All right. So for me, Hetmyer. What should I give him? I'm going to give him a 4. Yes.
A 4?
Yes. And this is why I'm going to give him a 4. I gave Evan Lewis a 5, Nicolos Puran a 6, Hetmyer a 4. You know why? And this is because of expectations. Anybody that went into that tournament would be expecting Hetmyer to be, or you just said it, he was our best batsman. right? You just said it, that he was our best batsman. But you also said that he only turned up in the game that did not matter. So how can you expect me to give him a greater grade? He was pretty good in the IPL, right? Even when he came over to for the restart in Dubai. So I expected that form to continue, and that wasn't there. You're reading his aggregate. His aggregate is what? 100 and how much? 20 what? 29?
Um, well, he made 127 runs at the average of 32.
No, man. Hold on, man. 127. And from one game, he gave me 81 not out.
Yeah.
Right? So if I do the maths, that is going to be what? No, that's 6 and 4, 46 more runs for the other 4 games. That's ridiculous from my best batsman. So that is why I'm giving him a 4, because
Alright.
he should have given me more when it really mattered.
All right, that's fair. And also he came out of the IPL with the highest we call it run. What's the thing? It slipped me right now, but me remember. Devin Hetmeyer.
I'll give him a 6. And the reason I give him a 6, he was like in red at form from the IPL. I was hoping to see
Strike rate. He was the highest strike rate in the IPL, and they didn't come to that first thing.
Yeah, and then too, I heard someone was saying, I don't know where I think it was on them program I was listening to, that he has an average of 32, and everybody talking about the average of 32. But then when you're not out on 80 something,
It sends it up.
the not out sends your average up. So so you have to look at the other games that were scored, because that 80 had not out, that I guess my average will only count for like
11.
Right. So it will count like when they do the average, even though 5 games they play, I think they'll do average based on what? 4?
Yeah, man. So it was at 11 originally.
Right. Yeah. So
it's skewed.
yeah. So
All right, cool. Anthony says Hetmeyer got out at annoying times. I
Yes.
definitely agree with that.
I agree.
That is so true.
I agree.
Against England, he was playing well. Then he just had to hit the ball. Yeah, he hit a 4, and then he was trying to hit a next 4 and got caught. I remember that. Stephen, go ahead for your Hetmeyer rating, boss.
I'm actually going to go 7. I'm a bit lenient on Hetmeyer because I don't know what they were doing with him. They did the same foolishness that Delhi did. They bat him at 6, they bat him at 7. I Hetmeyer's way better than that. So at a time where he's trying to play the role to try and knock the ball around, which you saw, he tried to do it in every one of his innings. Apart from England, the whole Hetmeyer raised up in him and did the foolishness. But for every other game, he was trying to knock the ball around. And at that time when he came in, he just had to go. You know the reason he got so many balls to face against Sri Lanka? Because the top order did nothing again. They did nothing. So they brought him in at 6 and 7 and said, Brethren, go swing your bat. So I'm a bit lenient on him. I'm going to give it 7. Now West Indies need to stop that. But the man at 3 or 4.
Can I make one additional point?
Yes, make it pause.
You guys were talking about how he got out. Let me point out something about Hetmeyer. You see, when he hits a boundary, he's all smiles. It's as if he just wants to hit every single ball to the boundary to make a big smile. And that for me,
I disagree.
You disagree?
He doesn't want to hit all the balls for boundary.
No,
I disagree, man. He made an effort this time, man.
He's one of the batsmen them who wants to stick around and nudge the ball and get
Demo, I suggest you watch over those tapes, right? Because that is even how he got out in one of the games right after he hit a boundary. He hit the ball
England game.
Yes.
Yeah, come on, Ali, a lollipop bowler. I can't. It's tempting, man.
Anyway, guys, we have to try and wrap up. Pollard, our captain and the man to lead us forward for another couple years, I think. The best captain in the region, the best white ball captain for West Indies for me, and the man who will take us forward. Pollard played 5, not 5 games. He played 4 because he missed one with injury. He averaged 24 with a highest score of 44 with a strike rate of 107. What do you give Pollard, Mr. David?
4.
Where Judge Pollard for him captaincy and him
Yeah,
batting.
include the captaincy and yeah, 4.
It's for 4 for you.
Yeah.
Shakes, where you give?
If Simmons got 1, then Pollard is on the same level.
Wow.
Listen, Pollard was literally non-existent. Once again, he made, and yeah, Michelle is right. I should have given him 0, right? I literally should have given him 0 because guess what? That 44 that he made, we never need it, right? We never need it. Don't make runs for me when it don't matter. Make runs for me when it matters. If you're the captain, all right, you have to do something on the field to basically influence the game. If you see a game trending wrong, you have to. If you tell me, Demo, that he's the best white ball captain in the Caribbean, right? I'm not necessarily going to disagree with that. But if that is his pedigree, then you have to have some form of influence and impact on the game. And for the entire tournament, Pollard has been missing. The only time I see Pollard, is when he comes to give his post-match interview. That's the
I
only
agree.
time I saw. That's the only time I saw him.
I agree. I like I said, I think he's our best white ball captain, but this World Cup he was not having a good time at all.
You saw him talking on the field?
I did see him talking, but that's for a different time.
Okay.
Stephen,
right.
you're Pollard.
All right, as a captain, as a cricketing brain, based on expectation, I'd probably give him 0.5. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. How can you have a man bowling outside the off stump and on the straight on the stumps?
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Some of the time he don't have no third. For Ravi Rampal, him couldn't watch a couple of tape from Darren Sammy. Sammy always have a third man when Rampal, but go watch it. Because he gonna get that swing, even give the man a slip.
Yeah.
In the first or so.
And I think a couple of them edge and go for 4 through there catching.
He can nick off a edge and him sleep. That's why he got a lot of wickets in the CPL. He's a quality bowler. So as a captain, 0.5.
As a batsman?
The only time I saw a proper captain was when Puran was taking over the team. As a batsman, 1.5. Hasaranga bowled the ball on the off stump, going away, and he swung away over the leg side. If he was going to my high school, any high school in Jamaica, coach would have said no lunch fail. Probably I'll drop it the next game.
That was horrible. Man,
should I walk to the hotel?
Yeah, all right. That's fair. I think those scores are fair. The great man, Superman himself, Andre Russell, average of 7, highest score of 18, not out, but he also got 3 wickets and he bowled that magical last over to beat Bangladesh and give us that 1 win that we got in the tournament. So Andre Superman Russell, Stephen West. No, Shakes West have to do this time.
Oh, thank you. Can you not use that word in the phrase that you just used? You said magical, but you can't have a magical or mystical moment against an associate nation because Bangladesh is playing like an associate nation.
No. The man over was special. It was a special last over.
It was a good over, Demo. It was a good over. I wouldn't call it special because Bangladesh and we already discussed it that Bangladesh were rubbish in the tournament. Right?
That's fine, but you still have to bowl. Because no matter who your opponent, you still have to bowl. Yeah,
but I wouldn't call it magical.
He was bowling to Mamadullah,
Exactly.
So Mamadullah no big batsman, boss.
Come on, but Mamadullah don't do nothing all tournament.
It doesn't matter, brother. The man execute when he needed to execute under pressure. It was a magical last over. Just give you ratings as you can move.
I'm giving Andre Russell 1, and the only reason I'm giving him 1 is because that is the only time I saw Andre Russell for the entire tournament in that over against the associate-like nation called Bangladesh. So we got our only win. Scrape through.
Sports Frenzy Russell gets a 2, and that's me being generous because of what he did with the ball, not the bat, nor in the field. Exactly. He also got a run out, like no wicket. But anyway, Devin, where you get Andre Russell?
I give him a 4, like Pollard. The reason I give him a 4, people are gonna say like, don't do anything with the bat or thing. He still allowed us to have hope after that Bangladesh game.
Yep.
Get what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna say it's against Bangladesh or whatever. We still had hope. Because as much as all of us say, okay, West Indies is not good and we have low expectation, we were still saying, oh, yes, man, they may can do something. We were still watching to see some miracle. So he gave us the hope for the other game.
Yeah, but people just, I don't understand how people reason it's just against Bangladesh. When India they slap up their people, them there at Scotland and them little side there, everybody are real up. But it's just Scotland. Why anybody not saying
Who was railing up, Demo? Who was railing up? Remember that Shakes was somebody that said that West Indies and India, their bags were in the cargo bay.
Yeah, that's fine. Just make the whole finish.
I want to say one final thing with the Russell thing too. When I look at those delivery to who says against Bangladesh, who says against Mamadula or whatever. But I think those were quality delivery that exactly. A great batsman, he may have achieved the same result. That's what I think.
Yeah. Michelle said -1. He's the dumbest cricketer I ever see. Wow.
I agree, Michelle.
Renee said 2. And Michelle again said I called for Russell to be dropped game after game and they wouldn't drop him. So frustrating. Yeah. Anyway, Steve, these people are very harsh. Steve,
2.5 because of what he did. With the ball. As a batsman, as I said, coach would tell him say no lunch. It was horrible.
Fair. The man with everybody there called for to go to the World Cup made his debut. Ruston Chase, 3 games, average of 16, highest score of 39 with a strike rate of 86, and he also didn't take a wicket. I don't remember if he bowled, but he never took a wicket if he bowled.
1 over for 6 and then Pollard never bowled him.
Yes. Another dunce decision from Pollard. But we'll now get back into that. Stephen, starting with you this time. Where you get Chase?
I'm gonna give him a 4.5. I'm not gonna be too hard on him. The deliveries that got him out were quality deliveries. So
true.
The level is just above him. I'm not going to kill him. 4.5. Level above his head.
Facts. And this was his debut again in a World Cup tournament. Yeah. Devin, Chase.
I'll give him a 3. Give him a 3. Yeah, because it's his first World Cup, but at the same time, the role I was expecting to come on and play with, knocking around the ball, he still soak up too many deliveries for me. Yeah, so I'll give him a 3.
Yeah, well said. Shades, Ruston Chase.
I'm gonna give him a 3. That's what he gets. And let me add this. Because the others around him were so poor, it would add pressure on him based on the expectations of what people were saying that he's supposed to come into the team and do, right? But I can't give him more than a 3.
Facts. Leon said the man them not trust Chase at all. 4.5 for him. I definitely agree with that. Pollard don't trust the man. And that's very weird. That's very weird. Michelle said Chase 3 just because Pollard did him dirty. Pollard should have bowled him more. I agree. I agree with that, Michelle. And we're moving to the guy, who is the champion and the man who put out the big song up, licks when we touchdown. Appear licks when we touchdown. The man DJ Bravo. Average of 6.5 with the bat and 2 wickets with an economy rate of 8.5 for the champion DJ Bravo. All right. I'm going to start with Shakes on this one.
Boy, let me look at my other persons. He's a 2. Dos.
DJ Bravo?
Correct. 2.
Wow. 2 wickets.
Yeah.
Steve.
I'm going to give him a 3 from a bowling point of view. I mean, really, he has stopped batting. I mean, he made some runs in the CPL, but that's not really a high level. Comparatively. For anybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was bowling a lot too full Was very predictable. Got wickets, yes, but I expected more from him as a senior man. So I'll give him a 3.
Fair. Two
Exactly.
sports friends said 2 because he was more vocal than the captain.
Exactly. That's the point I made earlier.
Renee says Bravo was only there to hear his name announced as DJ Bravo.
I agree.
Anthony says bowling was a bit underwhelming. I definitely agree with that. Leon says like how he mixed up his bowling, that bring it to 3. So I'm giving him a 3. And Michelle says Bravo 3. Same reason as Gail, because I was raised to respect my elders. I think before you give a score, Devin, I think that Bravo bowled well in some of the games, especially that game where his first over went for like 21, and then him come back. I don't is it the Bangladesh game, and him come back and he bowled his next 3 overs for like spit, like probably about 8 runs or something like that. He pulled it back really well. So yeah, Devin,
3. I give him a 3.
3 for DJ Bravo. That seems like an average score there. The man, we get into the 2 opening bowlers now. We're going to go with Ravi Rampal. I think that Ravi Rampal was excellent this tournament for me. Well, not excellent, probably is a stretch, but he was really good for me. 4 matches, 2 wickets with an economy rate of 7 in T20 cricket. That's great figures. Well, the wicket column isn't the best, but the economy rate of 7 is decent. So Stephen, they give to Ravi Rampal.
I'm going to give him 5.5, and the reason I wouldn't give him anything less is because his captain left his brain at home. I keep saying it. Ravi Rampal cannot be bowling the first overs. You don't even have a first slip or a third man back on the boundary or deep point because of the length he bowls. So 5.5.
That seems reasonable. I would have gone 6, but that seems reasonable. Shakes.
But Stephen, the point that you just made, that the captain never have no brain. But if you are a bowler and you have a brain, shouldn't you insist that the captain put somebody there? Otherwise, you don't bowl.
Well, that's true. That's true. But to be honest, watching Ravi over the years, he's not that type.
Exactly. So you basically you're making my point for me. None of them don't have no brain.
Well,
yes, because if you're saying game by game, you keep on seeing that, and you can point that out. How you don't go to the, if it's even to go to the coach and say, coach, but hold on, but I'm bowling this line. I obviously need a fielder here, right? You have to be brainless, because I can see other teams where they dictate to the captain and they talk to the captain and say, listen, I want a man X, Y, Z, right? So if you're telling me that the captain don't use no brain, then Ravi Rampal have none either. So guess what? I'm only going to give him a 3 for the tournament. Why? Because 1, we spoke about the defensive bowling unit of the West Indies, and since Demo is here talking about the economical bowling of West Indies, because that's clearly what our bowling unit is all about. Who can be the most economical bowler? Ravi Rampal. That is, he gets a 3.
All right, Devin.
I give him the halfway score, 5.
5.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because wait a second.
Just because I'm in economy rate, I mean, you can argue that he never insists on the ball and shakes. He can't say him not go ball. He ball over. He must be ball over.
Yeah.
No, man, I know, but I mean, in terms of before he delivers the ball.
In terms of, like, I mean, demanding a certain field set.
And come on, and Devin, when the cameras are on you, and you can realize what a bowler is signaling for, you think your captain will always tell you no.
Yeah.
Like, anything just over 7 in T20, I think that's commendable. So I'll give
7.5 to that brainless captain.
That's great. And for me, I agree with Michelle. She says Rampal 6. Pollard did him dirty too, but the pressure we pull up where Rampal get for even dinner the team from fans outside and questioning about Big Belly. I mean, it did cost us a couple runs because him dive over a ball and can't feel. But as a bowler, he bowled in the opening, he come back in at the middle sometimes, and he bowled at the death. And for me, for maintain that economy of 7, that was good for me. So I'm gonna go 6. His opening partner until JSO that came, Akil Hussain. played 5. No, he didn't play 5 matches. What am I talking about? He played 4 matches. He took 5 wickets. No, he played 4 matches, 5 wickets, and he also had an economy rate of 7 as well. For me, again, one of them who leave this World Cup tournament with his head held high. Also took a blind off a catch. And I think he was knocked out and make a couple runs. I don't know how much runs he made, but I'm going to start with Devin this time. Akil Hussein.
Oh yeah, for the first World Cup, I'll give him a 6.5. Yeah, man, I'll give him a 6.5 because he bowled at the beginning and then he was economical and he did well. He did well for his first World Cup, and he's one for the future.
I agree.
Yes,
I
that's all.
agree. Steven.
You know, I would give him an 8 though. No experience at this level. Again, he didn't have a captain really, and he bowled with discipline and with brain.
Yeah.
Was given stupid fields, but he bowled to his field.
Yeah.
And one of the games that I don't remember is Marcus Stoinis or Mitch Marsh or one of them. He was really giving trouble, especially to Finch and Warner and all of those. And he's really inexperienced. To bowl with that discipline, a brainless captain, and to give all, I'm going to give him an 8. Superb. His feeling was superb. Well done.
Fair. Leon says man is the only hope for a wicket for us to give him for him to give him a 7. I mean, listen, I know what ironic about that. I think they have Akil as the man for defend, and he was our leading wicket taker, and he's one of our defensive bowlers. But Sheikh, so you give to
Yeah, so for me, Akil Hussein was the best West Indian at the World Cup. And I think everybody, based on the grade that I hear so far, I think that's a consensus.
Yeah.
I had Puran at 6. Akil 7.
All right.
First World Cup, creditable performance, fielding excellent. Opening bowler, I never see him being hit all over the stadium.
Yeah.
Right. So for me, he did well. He wasn't even in the original squad.
No, straight off the plane.
Yes. So even for that, he would get additional marks because he came in and actually was the best performing West Indian.
All right, that's fair. I'm going to go. Well, we have 2 players left. May I try to pick which one for? I'm just going to go. Jason Holder, a man that a lot of people said should have been in the squad in the first place, shouldn't have been left out. Came in at a time, and then he played. He averaged 24, strike rate of 218, but that's just because he faced 11 balls. Highest score of 15.
One wicket out for that 15.
1 wicket at an economy of 8.5. Jason Holder. I'm going to start with Steven this time.
Jason, I'll give him a 5. My expectations were a bit higher of him with the bowling. He was bowling very well for Sunrisers. His team was rubbish, and he was the only in a team with Warner and Williamson, and he was the only bright star. So I expected more from him. With the bat, he was subpar. So I'd give him 5.5. Coming fresh, I expected more. So 5.5.
I mean, Holder is a subpar T20 cricketer at international
but in the
level.
context of what he was doing
before,
I
know. But just to say, a lot of people expectations high of him for West Indies, but he's a subpar West Indian T20 cricketer. But Devin, Jason Holder.
I'll give him a 5. Give him a 5. And reason for giving him a 5 is he was doing good because I was doing good over there in the IPL, and he was doing good also opening the bowling too. So people are saying when you took the opening bowling from him by Pollard, from Hussein and give it to him, but he had experience opening bowling and he was doing good when he was at his team, and I didn't saw that in the tournament, so I dropped him down to a 5.
All right, fair. Shakes, Jace Holder.
I'm gonna give him a 3.
A 3.
Correct.
Wow.
You know why?
Yeah, why?
Simple. Expectations.
Well, true.
Yes.
Oh, he also took that stunning catch on the boundary, you know.
Yeah, man, I know that allowed us to
To
win that game against Bangladesh. Yes, but guess what? That was the only real highlight from him in the tournament. That's it. What
Well,
else did he do?
And the
I
quick
mean,
fire
the
20
quick fire, I know 20 yard.
A
or 8.
15.
15.
15 not out.
Yes, highest score is 15.
Oh,
Yes,
15, yeah.
15 not out,
But
man.
yeah, but it was a needed 15. But
No, man, I know. So that's why he gets 3.
fair. Anthony says Holder is a so-called all-round and still a struggle for past 20 consistently. Yeah, I mean at West Indies level, him not really that prolific. And the final player who played games was Hayden Walsh Jr. He played 2 matches, no wickets. What's his score, Shakes, for Hayden Walsh?
1. You know why? Because
Third.
only his luck showed up.
Hayden Walsh turned up. All right, so what?
Listen, when I see that man on the field, it's like I see a little schoolboy running up and down on the field.
And the man that drop catches. Like, I never knew him could have dropped catch.
Honestly, that's the only thing. That's the only thing that I see on the field.
Wow, Anthony say 4. That's wow. Steve, Hayden Walsh. 1 for Hayden Walsh.
His ground feeling was good.
Yeah,
he was a sugar truck. Yeah.
yeah, and definitely Hayden Walsh Jr.
You give him a 2.
A 2.
Yeah, it was awful. He just had an awful 2.
Yeah, I think so too. So that's it, guys. Just before we go though, I hope that you guys can join me again for the next week cricket, because I would love for you guys to be on the panel because I have something planned. I don't know if Chris the sports guy may have to talk to you off here as well. I want some people on the panel with me, because what I'm going to do next week, I want you guys to go home. We're going to do a draft, and if you're familiar with United States sports with the draft system, so we're going to do a draft system of this World Cup, and we're going to pick our 11. We're going to do it live here, so everybody are gonna write down players from the World Cup who they want in them 11, but it's a draft. So we're going to go around. You go pick your one player where you have on the player. If me pick that player already, you can't pick him. So make sure you have enough names on the sheet to pick your 11 from this World Cup.
I thought
this is from all teams, right? Not just Super 12.
No, all teams. So more see in the level of understanding for cricket, for picking a team, and then we're gonna have the comment sections to see. I think I don't know if Sports FRENZZYY can do polls right now, but we should be able to do polls or the community and to see which team them think would be the winner of that tournament. All right. So I really hope you can join me for that. And if you don't understand, you can shoot me a message on Instagram or whatever, or upon the page, and then me explain it. I think I might put it on the page so we'll get a better understanding. Get it, Stephen? Are you not hear me? Steve will freeze. You get it, Devin? You understand?
Yeah. Because initially I thought you were saying a team of the tournament, but when you said
no man, a draft. So if me go and me pick David,
So it's basically what you can tell them, Demo. It's like how they pick the All-Star team for the NBA.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying if you're familiar. If you're familiar with American sports, they do a lot of draft system. NBA, I think they do it in the NFL too.
Yeah.
All right, so look forward to that next week. That's going to be our show. Thanks everybody for joining us. Remember to continue to like, share, subscribe. Thank the panelists for coming on. Stephen did late, so he missed the meeting where Shake give me him still have it up in our back. Thanks to Shakes for passing through and putting in that hard work. Thanks to Devin, again, the all-rounder, seeming to know a lot about cricket. And Kems was here as well. Thanks to everybody in the comment section who stuck around and, making the comments, the scene, Leon and Michelle and Akila. I'm not going to try to call everybody name because I'm going to mess up. All right, so big up everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys next time.